So this is our new tow car. It's a 2025 Tesla Model Y in the ultra red colour. As you can see, the interior is a lovely white colour, which is fantastic when you've got young children, as you might imagine. So one of the main reasons we picked the Tesla Model Y versus any other EV was largely the size of the boot. I think it's 850 odd litres, and below the boot there's another smaller boot, which gives you even more storage, and it means basically we don't need a roof box on top of the car because this covers everything. There's also some more storage in, I suppose you could call it under the bonnet. I think the Americans call it a frunk, so you could get a fairly decent sized suitcase in there as well. So the official range on this Model Y, which they quote as WLTP, is 387 miles. But obviously in the real world you're not going to get that. So it's midsummer at the moment, so we're getting around 340 miles. Now if you look at the figures here, we've done 454 miles since the car was new and used around 100 kilowatts of battery. So doing the math, that equates to around 340 miles on a full charge, so from 100% down to 0. So the infotainment system in the Tesla is another reason we decided to pick this brand over other EVs. It's kind of a step above, in my opinion, of what I've seen. We've actually got another EV at Cooper Born, and it's leagues apart, if I'm honest. The Tesla is so much better at everything, really. So no CarPlay with the Tesla. They might use their own nav, which obviously they claim is significantly better than anything else you can get, including CarPlay. It works pretty well from what I've seen. All the superchargers and everything are sort of built in, and you can add additional non-superchargers to the map as well. If you plan a route, it knows how to get there in regards to how much range that you've got when you get there. So it will say to you, you're going to have 40% of range by the time you get there, and it can plan your route accordingly, telling you exactly which superchargers you need to stop at and exactly for how long, and based on what I've seen, it is pretty accurate. So you're going to get to where you said with roughly the amount of charge that the system says you're going to have. So it maps it out very well. You can add points of interest, you can make the map like a terrain map, so you can see that view. There's also some extras that you get in the Tesla. So you've got the ability to watch Netflix and YouTube, which is fairly slick. There's a SIM card built in to the car. So whilst you're not moving, on the large screen at the front, you can watch both Netflix and YouTube, which is handy if you've got kids or if you're sitting waiting for your kids to finish an activity. I often sit in the car and just sit and watch YouTube or Netflix while I'm waiting for them. So I think this model has 9 cameras built in, 3 at the front, 1 right at the back, and then 2 on either side. Those cameras are used as a dash cam in the event of an incident, and they're also used for sentry mode. So if somebody approaches your car, bashes your car, tries to break in, the cameras will start recording, send you a little message to tell you that's happening, and store it on a little USB stick inside the glove box. I had the official Tesla tow bar fitted last week, which comes in a nice little box. I think it was £1,157, and the guy fitted it on the driveway for me. When I booked it all through the app, it took probably a week before they could come out and fit it, which seemed fairly quick. First thing I had to do was figure out how to remove the plastic cover. There's two plastic screws underneath which you turn and the cover pops off. It took me a few seconds to figure that out the first time. Out comes what I assume is some sort of dust protector. Similar to my old removable tow bar, this one just seems to push in and the locking mechanism turns to lock it into place. Once locked in, the key pops out and then the cover can be removed from the tow ball. As this was a brand new tow bar, I decided to sand down the tow ball to remove the surface paint. I think it helps the friction pads within the hitch grip on better and stops them being contaminated. Reversing up to the Caravan is much easier now with the rear camera. You can easily see how close the tow ball is to the hitch. Although apparently I still need to go back a smidge more there. Fairly standard dropping the hitch onto the tow ball. On goes the breakaway cable. Plugging in the power cable is fairly straightforward. It's just a push and twist like you would expect with any other one. Tesla seems to know the Caravan's attached. Now the power cable's connected, we can test the lights just to make sure everything's working. Yep, as you can see, the rear lights and the right hand indicator are working as expected. The left also worked fine as well. So our Caravan is an Eldis Explore 304. It's a fairly small model, 5.5 metres long, and weighs around 1,000 kilos when fully laden. So it's a fairly small Caravan.